she gave an interview to People magazine. And in the People magazine article, she says she loves like building this safe haven and show with her daughter, and as part of her As Ever brand. And she says, being able to have my own little girl, as I've spent so much of my life championing the rights of girls and women, and to be able to see this as a multi-generational story. Archie is, of course, included in that. My husband is, of course, included in that. But I love the heritage feeling of it, and knowing this is something that I can create in front of my daughter and teach her what it's like to be a working mom. This is not what it's like to be a working mom. What it's like to be a working mom is to come downstairs with no makeup on, you're barely out of your pajamas, and you're like, did you eat? Let's go. You're late. Get your backpack. Come on. If you do this again, I'm not bringing it to you at school. Let's go. Good. Right. Grab anything. Doesn't matter what the sugar content is. This is such a farce. Never mind dinner. Like I was saying, it's like, this guy comes, some professional chef, you're making the multi-sauced chicken wings. Mm-hmm. It's like, as you point out, you want chicken wings. There's only one way we all get chicken wings. We all fucking order chicken wings. That's what we do.
You go to Grubhub.
Yes, exactly right.
Go to Grubhub. Right. This is maybe the only authentic thing that she has let slip, which is that the help does everything.
Yes.
The nannies that we do not see, much as on, there are some parallels, by the way, with the Baldwin's reality show.
Yes, which we'll get to.
But like, the nannies we don't see are the ones rousing these children, feeding these children, getting them dressed, taking them to school. Do you remember, was it like New York Magazine? I forget which profile it was, where Megyn made this very big show about picking up Archie from school.
Yes.
The deep hug.
Wasn't it her special? It was their first Netflix special, I thought.
Perhaps.
Remember where she was like, and we donate a backpack, or we give food out of our curated backpacks to random homeless people on the way to school.
Yes, except she sent the driver out of the car to give it to you. You don't go near a homeless person. You're not Megan Sussex and go near an actual homeless person.
Well, how about she's talking about how she goes to yoga now, and that was on Drew Barrymore. Is that a soundbite? Do we have that? Oh, it was People? Okay, I can't keep track of it. Yeah, but she's talking about how she goes to yoga classes that sometimes have 40 to 50 people in them now. And then I just walk in like, hi, she says, laughing. Of course, at the beginning, that felt like a lot. By the way, I think anyone walking into a yoga class with 50 people and everyone looks up, it's going to feel a little uncomfortable. But now I love it. It's the best. I had missed it. Okay, so she's just, it's a lot for her to go into the yoga class when everybody looks up at her. She loves it. This is why she wanted to partner with Harry. So she would become as famous as Harry and be the darling of the world. But now she wants us to see that it's a burden for her until she could really get over this ostracizing fame and be seen as a woman of the people. And now she's accepted. Okay, no one believes that. And then she goes on. Okay, then she goes on Drew Barrymore, and okay, I want to get my thoughts together. She talks about, this is the moment, SOT 8, that we want to see. Let's play it.
What's your favorite thing that you see in your kids that you go, oh, that's their dad? Like,
some of the words that they still say with a British accent. So they'll say zebra. And what else do they say? They have these little moments where it comes out, because they have very American accents, but they say words that are just like him, and I think it's adorable. Zebra's a good one.
Instead of zebra, here's more, SOT 12.
I always make it a point when I'm traveling, if I can't do bedtime stories with my kids, because Archie and Lily are just 3 and 5, so I'll always pack a really thin book, and I'll videotape myself reading it, so whoever's with them or Papa can say, here's Mama reading your bedtime story. You find ways to show up for each other. And if that's the one thing that I can convey through the show or through As Ever as a brand, I want people to know you can show up for each other because you know how good it feels when someone shows up for you. So thank you for showing up for me too.
Oh my God. Okay. So again, this is not how any normal working mom, she's not a working mom. What is she working at? She's done this special and she did that other lame podcast, like 12 episodes. That's it. Someone does all the work. Literally, somebody has bought the Le Creuset. Somebody has prepared the chicken. Someone has cut the vegetables and the fruit for her. She hasn't touched a thing except for those probably 2 hours a day she's on camera to do these ridiculous faux photo shoots. But somehow I found time to record myself reading a thin book to the children. This is ridiculous, Maureen.
So my favorite thing in those clips is when she's talking to Drew and she's got this patented expression down, which is like the eyebrows go up, the eyes go up. We're just sort of talking in terms of hope and optimism, but I'm also telling you something that's so fucking obvious that I think you're all stupid for not getting that family members show up for each other.
Right.
However you do it. You don't have to pack a thin little book.
No.
When you're flying private, by the way, it's not like she's lugging luggage overhead in that little tiny cabin.
Right.
My favorite story that came out right before this Netflix shit show dropped was that WME's Ari Emanuel had dropped her.
Yeah.
He was done with her. And apparently it was because she threw yet another fit.
Yes.
This is all reportedly that his staff hadn't come up with decks and plans for her new shows, right? They were all supposed to do the conceptualizing, the execution of the vision, what the show was going to look like, what it was going to be about, the very premise of it.
It's not what an agent does.
Do it. She doesn't want to do it. And thirdly, I saw that clip of the Drew Barrymore show in real time, and I was watching the audience response. The faces of the women in the audience. This was a multi-ethnic group. White women, black women, middle-aged. And every time they cut to them after Megyn issued another bon mot, their faces were like, what the fuck?
Well, that's the other thing. Can I just say, you're watching her. She made such a big deal out of her race and the royal family's racism, and everybody's worried about how brown the babies are allegedly going to be, which of course, turned out to be bullshit because then Harry walked it all back. But I'm like, this person looks whiter than I am. And she even said when her race became it was never an issue. She never thought of herself as black.
Right.
But then when it became convenient, when we had Black Lives Matter and George Floyd, now suddenly she's leaning into her black lineage as though she's really suffered the American story. That's a bullshit lie too.
Where's the soul food on the show?
Yeah.
Right? The only soul we're getting is the Motown soundtrack. Right. Everything else is Anglo-Saxon white American culture. It's WASP. It's 1% privilege. That's it.
That's all she is. Okay, so that's enough of her because it was fun, but we have to move on. You don't go out and buy a life jacket when the boat is sinking, and you don't buy gold when the economy has already collapsed. Clearly, others are heeding this advice as gold hit all-time highs already this year. It's not too late for you, too, and you could have Birch Gold help you diversify into physical gold. Birch Gold specializes in helping you convert an existing IRA or 401k in whole or in part into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold, and for no money out of pocket. One recent 5-star review said Birch Gold was, quote, knowledgeable, helpful, non-pressure. Get your free info kit on gold by texting the letters MK to the number 989898. There is no obligation, just useful information. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and countless 5-star reviews, text MK to 989898 and let the experts at Birch Gold help you secure your future today with gold. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.